Good morning, good morning. I know y'all can barely see me. But let me say this. A lot of y'all are wondering why you were chosen for whatever group you were chosen for when it came to the Sophia James situation. There was a reason behind that. I was asleep last night and I woke up and I normally wake up to a lot of Bible videos that I listen to every morning. And they talked about this and how sometimes some things are not meant to be understood. Some things are just supposed to go through the journey and see where it leads you. Like I said, you have to learn the difference between negativity and positivity when it comes to what direction you go down. If you know that the red pill is going to have you going through a bunch of trauma, a bunch of destruction and chaos, then you don't go down it. If you somebody that's about the blue pill where you already know how things are going to happen, you already know how it's going to go, and you know there's an easier and a better and more peaceful way to go down it, then you're going to choose the blue pill. And all it is a lot of people in group 7 are on the blue pill kind of vibe. They are like their peace, their quiet, and their tranquility is non-negotiable because they don't went down the red pill. And the red pill almost destroyed their life, but they got through it. But it was not easy. It's just like following the rabbit down the rabbit hole. When it came to Alice, Alice didn't have to follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole. She didn't. She could have turned around, went back, and said, "You know what? I'm not gonna follow this rabbit down the rabbit hole because I'll just leave the watch, or I'll just wait till I see the rabbit again, and I'll just hand them the watch." Or I could have just gave it to somebody and said, "Look, if you see, dropped it down the rabbit hole," and that would have been it. But she chose to follow the rabbit down the rabbit hole. And when she first walked down that rabbit hole, yes, everything was beautiful. Everything was perfect in Wonderland. But as she got deeper and deeper down that rabbit hole, the darker it got. And then she met the Mad Hatter and all these dangerous characters that were trying to lead her astray. And then she finally was able to get through thanks to the Cheshire Cat helping her out through her journey. And then when she got to the Queen of Hearts wants to off her head. Why? Because the Queen of Hearts represents consequences, repercussions, and karma. And there is no getting out of it. And that is the truth. When you do wrong, there is consequences. Regardless of what society tries not to make wrong, it's still wrong. A sin is a sin. She represented that no matter what, you did things that were wrong. And there are consequences. And even though in society some things don't have the same consequences as others, there's still consequences. And she showed what the real definition of what consequences were. Luckily, Alice was able to escape and she was able to get out, but that was thanks to the Mad Hatter and the Cheshire Cat. They got her out. And she did go down there one more time, but that's another thing. How many times do you go down chasing after that rabbit before you stop chasing it? How many times do you stop chasing after love before you realize love is not something I'm supposed to chase? Whatever is meant for me will choose me because, not because I have to go through all these hoops and bounds, but just because of my natural ability. It's just like everything that's going on in the world right now, especially in the United States with racism, division, diversity, and discrimination. We all see what's going on right now. But the people that are chosen, people that are godly people, this situation came at a very pivotal time. There were people going through depression and anxiety and didn't know whether they were going to be able to feed their families. There were people that didn't know whether they were going to be living in a car or not. There are people that don't even know if next month they're going to have food stamps or not, or even have health insurance next month. And this one situation, based on groups, brought so many people together. People weren't even thinking about everything that's going on in the news. All they thought about was they're in these groups and they don't understand why. Each group is for a specific purpose, a specific journey, and a specific path that you were chosen. And getting to the 12th dimension is not easy. But you got to be able to get out of the third dimension first and then going through these other dimensions in order for you to find the peace, the clarity, and the tranquility that you've been searching for. And once you find it and you let God lead you in your healing and your recovery and removing your addiction, removing your negativity, when you start working on your purpose and your path, then you will get your blessings. But your blessings only belong to you. They don't belong to everybody else. Everybody else is just trying to steal your blessings because they don't want to do the work that's required to receive their own blessings. And that's the thing. You're not supposed to hold on to people and have them work for 75 years. That's not the way that we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be able to work until we create something that is of our own, and then we own something that is of our own, and then same thing, we pass it down to our children. Our employees are supposed to find what they love and what they do, and then they start making money. But that does not mean you can't build something together where people can basically create something that is of their own. No, people want you to create something for them. It's just like all of you that have all of these businesses and you sold your businesses and your businesses were doing well. These people don't want your businesses because the fact that they just want your business. No, they want your business because they don't want you to be competition. Not only that, they want you to work for them. Like all these designers that are making money for all of these other designers. So at the end of the day, you have a lot of people that are making other people billions of dollars. And yet these people are struggling. You have people that are godly people that are meant to be wives, that want to be wives and want to take the care of their husbands to death do us part, and are not chosen because of society's standards of beauty. Nothing in this world is of God's standards, and it just is not. So when I thought about the group 7, I thought about like-minded people that have come to the realization that everything that we have ever been taught has been a lie. We've come to the realization that it is not about working till 75 years. It is not about making other people money. It's about being able to look past the illusions that is of man, finding our way back to God. People that have went through some of the most traumatic situations their whole entire lives, and not understanding this whole entire time they went down the wrong direction. They went down the wrong path. They were trying to build everybody else's purposes and everybody else's journeys, and trying to go through hoops and bounds and doing all of this stuff to be loved, liked, appreciated, valued, wanted, needed, to be a part of something, to be validated, to be approved of, to be accepted, for somebody to know their worth, and proving something to people. Trying to be Captain Save-A-Hoes, Build-A-Bears, Build-A-Dolls, seat fillers, and people pleasers instead of focusing on themselves. People that could have been traveling and seeing the world, really seeing what else is out there, knowing there's more that's out there, but they tried to live into a society they did not belong in. And now God has pulled them away from the world. God is healing them and removing all of these negative things. So now when they go back into the world, it is about serving God, or whatever your spirituality or whatever your religion is. And you now know what your purpose is. Your true purpose, your spiritual purpose, what you're put on this earth to do, what you're put on this earth to be, what you're put on this earth to become. I'm a living testament of that. The world was tearing me apart. Society standards were tearing me apart. And God pulled me from the world for almost 10 years to heal. And now I've become the person I want to be. And now I'm doing the purpose that I was meant to do, and that was to help people. But not help people by paying somebody else's bills or taking care of my family. It's by helping people that truly are in need. People that truly will appreciate the fact of the help that we give. So at the end of the day, we are going through a very dark time in the world. But I'm not letting my light be dimmed, or my peace, my quiet, and my tranquility be compromised because of negativity. And I certainly am not going to let all of the healing and recovery that God has helped me through to be in vain. So that's what I got from all of this.